went live. Oh yeah. Now what? That's our song, buddy. You like it? You gonna smile at the people, or are you just gonna hide over there in the corner? Look, are you gonna keep it? Look. Look over here. DJ Miles in the house. Yeah, there you go. I like this one, Verm. I'm going to talk through it.
Yeah, you are talking. You know what the song is supposed to be playing?
I like it. I'm going to talk through it. I mean, it makes me happy. It puts a smile on my face.
Our podcast is where the news has grown. Just pure talk, it's what
Oh, a conspiracy.
Hey, ladies and gents, DJ Verm here with our smooth song of the Just Pure Talk. We're going to take out the Lionel Richie voice, and
we should do a jazz version.
Yeah, jazz version. I'll try.
Hey
everybody, how you doing, everybody, guys? I know we have a lot of topics going on. We're going to be talking about different things and sometimes the same.
Yes, this is not a background behind me. That is actual trees.
Yeah, they're actual trees. Akai is in the woods, so he's doing the podcast in the woods. Yeah, in the woods. So a couple of topics have been written down in our private chat. So 10 kids found among illegal immigrants in California.
Oof.
Yeah. What's the other one that I can't find the darn topics?
I can read them off.
Yeah, read them off,
next
please.
one is
you want to read them off? You wrote everything?
Yeah. The federal prosecutor in the P. Diddy case, I have her name here. Maureen Comey was fired, the Department of Justice said. There was a Marine on a plane coming from Okinawa heading towards, I believe.
Marine on a plane.
Yeah, a guy tried to pull the emergency exit, not the door, the actual window. And the Marine decided it was a good time to use some of his map skills.
Well, don't talk about it. Just give a little teaser.
Yeah, he did some.
Talking about it. I mean,
Hulk Hogan on him. Then the other one that I like to mention I didn't put on here is on Friday or on Sunday, we had the 40th anniversary of Live Aid.
Of who?
Oh, I remember that. Is it Farm Aid or Live Aid?
Live Aid.
Oh, Live Aid. Wasn't that with
what's Live Aid for?
And all that?
Well, we could talk about it if you want to.
Let's start with Live Aid. What was Live Aid for?
So it was before I was born, about 6 months or 5 months. They were doing concerts in the United States and United Kingdom to raise money for the starving children in Ethiopia, and it was actually good. And
I remember that.
If you watch the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, it kind of gives another story from the Queen perspective, because they weren't really getting donations until Queen did their 21-minute thing on stage, and then the donations went through the roof.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and it is. And I remember the guy that was supposed to come on the stage after Queen said, "How do I beat that? Like, how am I supposed to follow that up?"
You don't beat that.
So it's just really cool. I think Brian May was talking about it the other day. He got interviewed for it. But it raised $100 million for famine relief in 1985, which $100 million
is a ton of money.
That's a lot of money
now.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, but 1985, that's a lot of money, but that's a ton of money now still.
Well, I mean, it is still. Yeah, You're right. Totally. Yeah. So,
and if there's anybody out there who doesn't think 100 million is a ton of money, I'm accepting donations. So.
Well,
you and me both.
I'll share with you fellas. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you know, guys,
we'll put it in a couple accounts, and we'll live off the interest.
So speaking a little more on Live Aid, they had 75 acts: Elton John, Queen, Madonna, Santana, Run DMC, Sting, Bryan Adams, the Beach Boys, Mick Jagger. The list it's a very long list. I don't remember how many.
Did they have that big music video where like they were singing about like all around the world, and
yeah,
was
that's
like
it. The one
hundreds
with
of
Michael
artists all together?
Jackson,
Yep.
all the Europe singers. Everybody was in Sting.
Yep.
What's his name? Sting was in it. What's his name? Michael
Jackson, Bryan Adams.
There was like 100
David
or so
Bowie,
artists.
Duran Duran.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lionel Richie.
75.
Lionel Richie was there.
U2, The Who, Tom Petty, Neil Young, and Eric Clapton.
God, I miss Tom Petty.
Yeah, Wake Me Up Before You Go. What's his name?
Tom Petty.
Michael
I
something?
remember that guy. Yeah.
Cindy Lauper.
I miss Tom Petty
Simon.
though. Tom Petty though.
What?
I was sad to see him go. But
yeah, there was also what's in the news? What's the name? The guy. You know, it used to be Huey Lewis in the news. The song.
Yeah.
The singer of that, he was in it.
Isn't that
he was dead?
I don't think so. No, he's still around.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the name. If you guys here out there that are listening to us, if you remember the singer of the song Huey Lewis in the news, there's the singer, that main singer. I'm trying to remember his name. I'm having a blank. Write it down in chat.
Is it Huey?
Write it down in chat. What? No, it's not Huey.
I'm just throwing a shot out.
I know. Yeah, and there was a lot of artists that done the Live Aid, that done the song. It was
you got Johnny
We Are
Cola,
the
Sean
World.
Hopper,
Yes.
Bill Gibson.
Yes. Now I remember the music video.
Yeah, We Are the World.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah, exactly. Anybody thought that I would sing on air? Yeah.
Okay. Helmet.
So yeah. Okay, so we went through that. What's the next one?
Well, we can work our way to the top. We can
because I think you're like stuck on your computer now.
Who, me?
Yeah. You
No, I was just
talking about the topic.
No, I was just looking up more information on what you were trying to find the answer to. I listed
okay.
singers, but you may have not heard me.
He was listing all the singers, and we were talking over him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you had Johnny Cola, Sean Hopper, Bill Gibson, John Pierce, Steph Burns, James Herrera, Marvin McFadden, Rob Sudoth, and Johnny Beaumont.
Johnny Lamont, yeah.
I don't know which one of those is actually a singer.
Yeah.
However, yeah, it's just really cool to have, like, think about that was 40 years ago. And the thing that I seen on it is I think it was seen by
Have you never seen the music video
for Live Aid?
Yeah.
I've had to rewatch it after I watched Bohemian Rhapsody a few years ago.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that the music video is like, man, that was crazy just to see all those artists on one video, all coming together to do their thing, which was awesome.
They say that 3 billion people watched no, hold on. Was it 4 billion people? The live broadcast was over 1 billion users, but I think they said 40% of the earth was watching at any given time, which is, think about it. The Super Bowl doesn't get those kind of numbers.
Yeah, it's insane. That's why they got $100 million back then.
Well, I think they got $100 million because Queen got on stage and stole the show, because Queen was known for piping up the crowd. And my wife grew up not far from Wembley, and Wembley holds like 75,000 people in the stands. But if you watch the show, there's people in the stands and there's people on the pitch.
Oh,
they might have had like 150,000 people just in Wembley.
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot to say this at the beginning. Did you know that it's our 50th show?
It is?
50th show. We have 50.
The big 50.
It's the big 50. Already had 50 shows have gone on here with
and I almost missed it because of my camping trip.
But you're there. You're there. No, but I want to let you know, because I just reminded I looked at the title and I said episode 50. So wonderful, man. 50 already. God, that's a year's, almost a year's. There's 2 more weeks and a year's worth of content.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and if
That's
anybody's
crazy.
wondering, it's an Olivia O series that I pulled out of a pack that I got for buying a box of Olivia's. But Olivia O
These are
series,
good.
they're
Yeah.
good.
And I'm gonna take a second because I did forget to do this at the beginning. Usually I do this at the beginning. Our sponsors are Débosteur Marcel Ferron, CSL Location, Pit Stop Performance Inc., SL Photography, Rootless Wrestlers, and Horizon Western.
You've been busy.
That are closely going to be signing a new partner. So I want to talk about them right away because these guys, we got through clothing companies.
Thanks for coming on board, guys. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. And the owners are really fun. I'm talking about Horizon Western. Young and inspirational. These people, anyways, when we get to sign up, we'll get to talk about them maybe deeper, and I'm going to be inviting them in the French podcast.
I need some tough clothes because I've been working on my cabin, and I'm wearing Duluth products right now, and I've always worn Duluth. And
those crotches are nice, aren't they?
Oh, I love the diamond gusset. That's the bomb. But my shirts and t-shirts are just not holding up. Okay. And I'm rough on them. You know.
Okay.
I put a drill through my pants the other day. Well, a week ago.
It's marvelous having a drill in your legs.
I didn't get hurt, but it really messed up the pants.
Okay.
They're tough.
Yeah, well, you're working hard on your cabin.
I am working hard on my cabin.
Yeah, because you showed me some pictures today.
I showed you some pictures. I'm going up this Saturday. I'm going up there, and hopefully I get the rest of the pit boards in and get the rim boards in, and then I'm gonna start slapping on plywood on the roof, and then I got to do the rain and ice seal and all the tar paper for the metal roof I got to put on.
Oh, marvelous. Yeah, exactly. You were talking about a topic about the plane. There's a plane. There's
we have a Marine on the plane. We have a topic
Let's do the Marine on the plane.
Okay. Let's go on the plane. You brought up good topics this week. Yeah.
So they're a Marine. They're calling a hero, and he just says he's doing his job. He's a Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, stationed out of Japan. He was flying back on a plane from Okinawa to, I know they landed in Seattle, but I think they might have been going to Houston. And the guy sitting in his row was acting very strange, he said. He said that he began pacing up and down the aisle, and it threw the Marine off. This Marine's 50, but he's a Sergeant Major. And then the guy went back to his seat and tried to reach across this Marine and pull the emergency exit at the window. And the Marine stood up and said, "Not today, sir." And then he blocked the other door. And then he tried to turn around and burst through the galley to the door on the opposite side of the plane. This is it might have been a 737 or an Airbus. I don't know if they mention it. So that's when he took him and just decided it was Hulk Hogan time, and he slammed the guy down to the ground. And
gently.
And then he said, he said there was another older gentleman that woke up at that time and started helping him out. And then there was a Navy vet there too, I believe, that when they got the guy back in the seat, they zip tied him to the seat and says, "You're going to be sitting here for a while, sir." Zip tied him all, feet, hands, everything. And then the unfortunate thing, a Marine had to sit next to him from the rest of the flight until it landed because the Marine wasn't having any of this garbage. But there was another passenger that punched the bathroom door, and he was also taken off the flight.
He's lucky to be alive.
Oh yeah,
because that and I'm not bashing on my Marine brothers or anything. This is a totally out of respect. Their hand-to-hand combat skills are phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
They they do that hand-to-hand combat training. I forget what they call it.
It's called the MCMAP, Marine Corps Martial Arts Program. I was fortunate enough to take some of it.
And they are bona fide little BAs. The guy's lucky he doesn't have a broken jaw and broken arms and legs.
Well, he may be trying. He didn't want to maybe get prosecuted for it or something.
No. So the thing about it is there's a Good Samaritan law in the United States, and it applies to a lot of professions. If you are a Marine, for example, I'm gonna take off my filter. But if you are a Marine and you do what's required for you to that any other Marine would do, and he breaks his jaw, they can't actually prosecute him because it goes to
not when he's saving a whole plane load full of people.
Yeah, because they're going to say, well, what would any other Marine do?
Okay.
Like I was a medic in the military. If I perform aid on someone on the side of the road, even though I'm no longer certified, I'm protected as long as I don't do anything that no other medic would have done.
Or a doc, maybe a doctor, like a no.
No,
you still have access.
Well, we did medics in the military are way overqualified for what they get certified. We're almost I wouldn't call us field surgeons, but I would call us a cross between a surgeon and a full paramedic, because we know how to cut people open and we know how to do needle chest decompressions. There's a lot of stuff that we want to do.
Do we lose him there, Verm?
Did you guys lose me?
Oh, I lost. I got it. Oops. It was me.
Yeah, so he's protected, and as Akai says, they're Marine Corps martial arts program. So something a lot of people don't know about Marines, they have 4 or 5 different belt colors, and I think the first one is tan. That belt color is actually how far they are in their martial arts. The Marines that wear black belts are very dangerous, and I would say they're taught something very similar to Krav Maga that they teach the Israelis. It's like mixed martial arts, but they're not punching you in the face. They're going to punch you in the throat. They're going to stick their thumb in their eye. They're going to kick you in the nuts. They're going to kick out your knee, because there's no points for them. It's about them
there's no points being friendly in combat. I mean,
it's about them walking away and the other guy maybe being captured for information.
Oh, yeah.
And then, unfortunately, though, there was another passenger who decided to punch the bathroom door because the flight was diverted, and he also got escorted off the plane. Just because he was mad because the flight got diverted. And, to me, that's you can't control. You could be dead.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you would have opened the door or the window, I mean, a lot of people would have been dead.
Yeah, and that could have been one.
I don't think they would have died. There would have been a rapid decompression.
If you get sucked up, and you get sucked up.
The pilot would have put the plane into a dive to get down below 10K, and then
masks would have dropped.
The masks would have dropped, and everybody seat belted in. The funny part, I think, is if he'd have been holding on to that door when he ejected the door, I think he would have gone with it.
Are you serious? The door comes off?
Yeah, the doors on the side of the plane come off to let you out if you land in water or something.
Okay.
And the whole door, the whole panel of the building, will come off.
But I think they're disarmed in flight.
I don't know.
It's like the door. The door, you can't open the door from the inside either once it's pressurized.
You're not supposed to be able to.
You're not supposed to be able to. I'm pretty sure there's probably a way, but I don't think you can open the door once it's pressurized.
I think that might be the opposite, because it's it's not like a submarine, it's an airplane. The pressure inside is greater than the pressure outside. So if you pop that latch,
I think there's mechanical locks that the pilot engages.
Yeah, that could be.
Okay. I'm just saying, higher pressure to lower pressure, the door theoretically could open. I don't know. I've never been in a situation where I had to open the emergency exit.
I hope I never am.
I hope so either, because I don't feel like landing in the Hudson anytime soon.
Because I've been losing a lot of weight. I'm down to 315 now.
Hey, congrats, man.
And I still don't think I'm fitting out that door. That window door. I don't know if I'm fitting out there.
Okay.
You'll get out. They'll just be on the back end kicking you in the butt until you pop out.
Pop out like a cork.
Well, that would happen. I mean, you know, there's some scary stories about people going through a window.
Oh yeah,
getting ejected, and the person got ejected and got stuck in the window, and then it sucked them out.
So there's a little more to the story though. So the CEO of Nippon Airlines flew to meet the guy, gave him a plaque, and personally awarded the Marine. Yeah, the CEO of the airline company
flew over there and gave him what?
A plaque saying essentially thank you.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So like he said, I appreciate your service to your country. Thank you for what you did for my plane, because you saved the lives of X amount of people on our flight.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad the company did something for him. Yeah, they don't have to. I mean, I don't. And as a military person, I don't think I wouldn't expect anything. I would just say I was just doing my job. And I'm pretty sure the Marines probably thinking the same thing.
Yeah, so he got a certificate of appreciation. He presented them in Japan on July 11th. Because the flight was actually on May 24th, but we're just hearing about it now. So this happened before I had my medical issues, actually.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So it's been 6 or 8 weeks since this happened. So it's just really cool that and then the other thing is the CEO found out that the guy was from Abilene, Texas, where they're having the flooding issues, which is something we probably should have talked about. And he offered condolences to him and his community because of the big issues they're having with flooding down there. Because they lost about 120 people.
Huge. And this happened. Didn't this happen before in like the 80s down there? I'm trying to remember. There was a camp that was along that river, and I think it was in the 80s, 70s or 80s.
That would have had the same thing?
That the same thing happened to, where they had mass flooding and it swept a bunch of people down. A bunch of people died. And I'm like, you'd figure they would put some type of alert system in, like sirens, like we have for tornadoes in Nebraska, you know. And
yeah, and we talked about that, I think, last week. It's just, I think a lot of that has to do with incompetence, because the people called in and said they didn't need to be done, and they were asking for the supervisor, and we don't need to beat that horse. However, at some point in time, we just, like this Marine did, we just have to step up and what's that old Dodge ad? You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Sometimes we just need to grab life by the horns. And
that's an oldie.
You just got to grab life by the horns, you know, like.
Yeah, making me feel old. That's what I'm doing, grabbing life by the horns while I still got it.
Yeah. I think we're all doing that, eh?
Well, I had my buddy passed away a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And my age. Fell dead, heart attack in his kitchen.
Yep. Did you say he was helping you out the day before?
Yeah, we were at the shop and smoking a cigar and, you know, drinking water and shooting the crap and having a time. And, you know, and then my buddy was texting him at like 5:40 in the morning. They were texting, and then later that day I got a phone call. He died between 5:40 and 7:30 in the morning. And just, you know, game over, bro. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, did he suffer? You don't know. I mean, technically a heart attack, you always get a.
They said it was a massive coronary, and that was it. It was done.
Okay.
I mean, so it went quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, that's it. It went a pow. That's it.
Let me be honest.
And he was a big guy too. He was bigger than me. And
okay,
we were talking about, hey man, you need to get it on diet. You need to. Yeah. I'm going to do that here next week. And
next week never came for him.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, even if you talked about it that day with them, if he went on the diet the next day, you still wouldn't have made that.
Wouldn't have made that. Because when the good Lord's going to take you. He's going to take
when
it.
it's his.
You're going home.
When he comes looking, you going home. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not that we don't talk about the good Lord very much here. It's a very sensitive topic in our current topic.
No,
But I'm gonna give a quote on that. The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Pass it down. Pass it down to your kids. Pass it down, and they pass it down to their kids. And next thing you know, my kid will be talking. Oh yeah, my dad built this cabin. And they'll be, oh, Grandpa built this cabin, and and hopefully they take care of it.
Oh man, I have another one for you too. I found out in May. Tyler, was he the 7th president?
Oof. I always have to
John
break out
Tyler?
the chart. I have to break out the chart.
Yeah, okay. His grandson died in May.
Okay.
Yeah?
No. John Tyler was born in 1790. His grandson died in May.
How old was he? Yeah, it had to be 100.
He was 96. But his dad, Tyler, didn't have until he was in his 70s. And then Tyler's grandson, his dad didn't have him until he was in his 70s. So the 7th president's last living grandson died in May of 2025. That was 40 presidents ago.
Okay.
I know we did it. We did a show on it a while ago. It's probably back in our teens shows, but we did a thing on people that are still collecting pensions. Yeah. And there were still people collecting pensions from the Spanish spouses collecting, like their kids were still collecting pensions from their fathers.
Oh yeah.
From the Spanish American Civil War.
Okay, wow. Well, good way to make money.
Well, it was like $20. It's not much, but
that's what I'm saying. Good way to make money.
So
let's hit one. Let's hit another. What's the other topic you wanted to bring on the table?
And just a quick thing on the president from his birth to his grandson's death in 235 years. That's crazy. We have a topic on the federal prosecutor got stolen. It's not stolen, fired. So
yeah, well, I was going to tell you. What about P Diddy?
Let's talk about some P Diddy action. Let's talk about some P Diddy
action. That is P Diddy.
Yeah, let's talk about P Diddy action.
However, I'd like to point out that the person that was fired is Maureen Comey. She is the daughter of James Comey, and on the sitting president, James Comey, didn't exactly see eye to eye on a lot of things. So,
do you think it's personal?
I can't make that assumption because I'd like to think that when everyone in the world has power, they don't make things personal. But I cannot deny that it could have been personal.
But why did they fire that attorney?
The president has authority under. Yeah, the president has authority to do it. And the Department of Justice.
Fire her?
No, the Department of Justice did. However, they're not saying why they did either. Because this just came out yesterday at 6:12. No, today at 6:12 p.m. was when this article came out. So this is news.
Because he avoided the big charges, from what I understand.
Oh yeah, he should have went away for life, and he seems like he's going to get a slap on the wrist.
Wow.
I wonder if anyone in the political parties were going to his parties.
I'm sure.
Well, just what he did to the children alone.
Oh yeah.
To all those kids, he should be gone forever.
Yeah.
No, I think they should just go to like a C-130 or a C-17. Put it up at like 15,000 feet and throw them out the back without a parachute.
See if you can fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear Miles whispering.
He's talking about something about P. Diddy and solitary confinement. My kid knows more about P. Diddy than I do. It scares me.
Yeah, well, so it's not going to be solitary because Bubba's going to be coming and paying him a visit.
Who?
Bubba.
Well, he's going to go to jail, and it's going to be for several years because I think doesn't one of the charges carry like 7 or 10 years?
The two charges that they're the same charge. He had 2 counts are 10 years each, so he can serve up to 20 years. But it depends on where they
But that's
charge
up
him
to the
as
judge.
consecutive. Yeah,
That's up
because
to
the
the
judge might
judge.
be like 10 years consecutive, so he does both 10-year terms at the same time.
Or he may be like, 10 years is not enough for you. I'm putting you away for more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So it is that crazy. I mean, I still don't. That's another thing I don't understand. This guy has done so much crap.
But I think, and this is where I get into the danger zone, but I think that they have done there are more characters involved in this than just P. Diddy. And
Well, it was like, I hate to say
it,
it's like Epstein. Epstein mysteriously killed himself in prison. I bet every political figure in our country was involved in that, and that's why he's dead. Because if he testified, a
not
lot of the
just
people
our
that have,
country, not just our country,
yeah,
all over the world.
a lot of the people that have money in the world would be neck deep in the sand.
Okay.
Because you
That's a
got
lot.
that one son from the Queen of England. He can never do anything politically anymore. They got him basically under lock and key.
It's not
He's not
William.
allowed to go anywhere. You know, he's a weirdo though, anyways. But
Well,
and
and if you think about it, let me ask a question. So, why do things that are legal sell? Because there's a market for it.
Yeah.
If there wasn't a market, it wouldn't sell.
You're right.
And it all depends. The more money you have, I've noticed, the more we tend to spend money on irrelevant things. When you're very, very poor, you're trying to pay the bills and get by. As we
yeah,
go up in socioeconomic status, we have more time for toys. And there's only so many toys you can have places to put. Like, look at Jay Leno. He has lots of cars. And I would never accuse Jay Leno of doing
but
anything bad.
Jay Leno's passion is cars.
Correct.
Yeah.
But some
And
people's passions may be things that are not appropriate. Drugs,
yeah,
Yeah.
trafficking, what have you.
Hey
And
guys, I'm taking a 2-minute break. Okay.
okay.
Or 3.
And,
Continue.
yeah.
and there's a market for it. So as long as there's a market for it, and there's people that are going to buy and sell it, there's people that are going to, if there's people that are going to buy, there's people that are going to sell. Like, you can use Coca-Cola as an example. Why does Coca-Cola still make Coca-Cola? Because people buy it.
I don't care what people do in the privacy of their own bedroom, as long as they're consenting adults. My problem, adults, and that's the key word, consenting adults. But when you start involving children and children trafficking and dude, the child sex trade is such a huge problem worldwide. It's not just in one country, it's in every country out there.
Yep. And it's because,
And
unfortunately, there's a market for it.
and I'm friends with a lot of guys that spend their life trying to break up these rings, save these children, and the stories. And I'm a pretty hard guy. It takes a lot to make me go, oh dear Lord, or dude, I just want to get a gun and start killing these people. I want to, slit their throats. I want to hang them up in the streets. And I know it's not the proper thing to do, and I get that. But
I would
these
say
guys,
that I
they're
would be
getting away with everything.
I would be the Green Arrow. It's why it's going to sound bad. I just try not to think about it. Now, if anyone touches my daughter,
Oh yeah, I'm
I
gonna be like I'm gonna be like that guy in the Dallas airport.
well, I was going to say, like, I'm going to be calling you and my other good buddies that know how to dig foxholes, and we're going to be digging a trench. I hear you have a mine. Do you think we can hide some bodies there?
Probably. There's there probably are bodies in that mine.
You wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised one bit.
I would not be shocked.
People die in mines all the time, unfortunately. That's something that really hasn't gotten safer in 200 years. Come on, Miles, tell it. Speak out loud, brother.
He was telling me about the canaries they used to take down to the mines so they could detect poisonous gases.
Yeah, because the canaries would die first.
Yep. They're more sensitive to them.
Yeah, they're very more sensitive.
And
you remember when
I've actually gotten back when I was a plumber, I actually used to be close confined space certified and mine safety certified, and because I had to work in mines and I had to work in, tunnels underneath towns, and there's some crazy spaces in this world that you go down there, you're like, holy crap, this is huge. This is a massive network. You could get lost down there if you like. I used to take a string line so I could find my way back, chalk right on the walls.
Not my idea of fun. No, thank you. But that kind of brings us into our next topic.
It paid well, though.
Well, it probably did.
It paid very well because people didn't want to do it. And somebody has to go do it.
It's like linemen here. They're paying journeyman linemen, almost $50 an hour.
Yeah.
I'm not playing with power poles for $50 an hour.
Well,
if you give me $500 an hour, you might be able to talk me into it.
It's actually a fairly safe job as long as you follow the rules, right?
I agree.
I'm not diminishing the safety of the job. Don't get me wrong. But there's a finite set of rules, and if you follow those rules, I mean, people get hurt, people die, but it's usually because they didn't follow a rule or somebody made a mistake.
It's like that one guy that gets paid to crawl up the towers and gets paid, I don't know how much per time he goes up, like $50,000. And I was talking about that with someone. How much does it cost to rent a helicopter?
To change
how much does it cost? Yeah, how much does it cost to rent a helicopter? That way you don't have to climb.
But flying a helicopter that close to a pole is super dangerous.
You have them fly above it. And you rope down and you do what you need, and you have them take them away in a rope. Oh, there goes Akai. I'm on a one-man show now. Well, when everyone gets back, Verm, we can continue this conversation. So sorry, guys, that you're left with the village idiot over here. Verm.
Yeah, I'm here.
We lost Akai in the middle of a conversation.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I had an emergency.
No, and you don't have to explain it all. So we were just talking about how, I think you and I were talking about how there's a guy that crawls up the pole to get to change the light bulbs, and like you could rent a helicopter,
Okay.
So we're getting ready to go into that last topic. We kind of already touched on the trafficking and how it's just not okay, and so we might as well bring it up. There's unfortunately the governor of California doesn't speak very highly of the president of the United States.
No.
Especially when it comes to immigration.
They don't speak highly of each other.
Yeah, and it's really funny.
Neither one or the other.
Because what's happening is when they take the population of a state, they can include illegal immigrants and non-citizens, and they get money based on that representation. But then only the people that are citizens can vote. Okay. Well, ICE was going through, or was it La Negra? I think was a Hispanic name for it. They went to a pot farm and they found a company called Glass House, and they had 10 minors there. Okay. And when I mean minors, I mean kids under 18 or people that aren't adults, and 8 of them didn't even have parents with them.
And they were missing children too.
They were missing children that people were looking for.
Okay.
So they essentially appears to have been trafficked for labor.
Okay.
And the governor's over here, unfortunately for him, trying to justify everything that's going on. And then people are like, but it's okay for child labor in your state? Like, what's wrong with you? And I don't know very much about the California governor. I don't live in the state of California. I don't vote in the state of California. I live in a state that leans a little more to the conservative side in North Dakota, and I vote for my governor, and so on and so forth. Like, so I can't really speak to the politics of the area. However, I don't know if I can defend um, what's going on in California when it comes, because there's another guy that was shooting shots at the FBI in California among the protesters.
Yeah, he got hemmed up pretty good though.
No, they haven't found him yet.
I thought that
they found some.
Oh, that was the ICE guys. That was the ICE guys they caught.
Yeah. They have a $50,000 reward relating to information. So if anybody here wants to help us donate and can give us some information, we'll take all $50,000 and put it towards Vermland Radio. So if you know the guy that's been shooting at the authorities in California, just let us know and we'll report him for you. That way we can just use that for our station. Because you know, I was in the military, and excuse me while I adjust my chair. I can say that I've had to shoot at people before. I can't say that I've hit anybody, but that may be
in the back of my truck.
That may be my choice. However, unless you're in open combat between two countries, it's not, or you're trying to defend your life, it's never okay to shoot someone.
No.
And I don't care if you agree with what they're doing or not. Like, okay, so you shot someone. Now you killed him. Now you have to sit in prison for the rest of your life once you get caught. And it's not an if you get caught. It's a when you get caught.
Yeah, when.
And
there are people still on the run from the 70s
that
have killed police officers that are like with the Weather Underground and all that, and a bunch of other groups. But the Weather Underground is the one that comes to light where they bombed police stations and it killed people.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then another comment on this here is since the first Trump administration left office, there's 320,000 missing undocumented children in our country that have just disappeared. And
that's insane.
Many people fear that they're being trafficked. And Verm, we kind of touched on this before, and I'm not going to really dig that deep, but it's just scary because the trafficking has a route. It goes from point A to point B to point C, and it's not a good life.
No.
And we're not really going to discuss the points because we don't know.
Well, the trafficked a lot of times end up becoming the traffickers because they live in that life so long. They've been in adulthood, and then they give them an option: either you're working for us or you're dying.
Or they turn them into sex workers.
Yeah,
the women, and maybe the kids too. I mean, it's just an unfortunate thing that I don't necessarily feel comfortable about talking on this platform because there's not a lot of facts.
That's been happening in every country around the world since the beginning of time.
Correct.
And so you would think after all these hundreds of years that we would have done something. We are doing things, but that more people, more people would have banded together and go, look, this needs to stop.
I don't know. I don't know why.
I mean, look at all the guys that were busting just in Thailand for the child sex trafficking stuff.
And then the Department of Homeland Security asked, why are children working in a marijuana facility, Gavin? Gavin, I think Newsom might be his last name. I see the name Newscum,
Gavin
but
Newsom is the governor of California.
Okay.
So it's just And then, of course, I hate to say it, the company is Glasshouse Farms, and they released a statement. We're going to comply, blah blah blah. But you look at the person, and they look like they're 12, and there's no documentation.
I have young men coming into the store all the time.
Okay.
And I have to ID them because I'm like, there is no way you're 21. But they're 21. And so, and I look back at when we were in the military. Look at all us Campbell Soup kid looking kids that were in the military. We barely looked like we were six. Some of these kids barely looked like they were 15 or 16, but they were 18 years old, 20 years old.
So you call them Campbell Soups?
I used to call them Campbell Soup kids, man.
Why?
Because they looked. Did you ever see the Campbell Soup Kid commercials, like the cartoons?
Yeah, with the hair on the side. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They always looked like they were a Campbell Soup Kid, like they could have been 12 years old, but they were 18 years old, defending their country.
Now the 18-year-olds that defend their country can't even buy booze or liquor or cigarettes, which is, I don't think is okay. But however, in the military in Minnesota, if you go to the National Guard bases, the last I remember, you could buy alcohol at 18, as long as it was on the Army base.
Okay, so on the Army base, he's allowed.
Yeah, but that comes a lot. That can't. If you got caught being drunk or anything like that, you got the hammer thrown at you. You had to drink respectfully, and you had to, hold your liquor. If you were getting drunk and getting stupid, then you were done.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just, what I fear is, here's the thing. Now you're going to have to explain to me afterwards. When I go to get a job, right, in America, they ask me for a copy of my social security card and my social security number. They ask for a couple forms of ID, except the passport counts as all the forms you need, so you can provide your passport. And they do all this to document you as a workers. My question is, if you have these people working on your farms, are you paying them? Because how are you paying them if you're not asking them for these vital pieces of information? That's how it works in Canada too. If I go get a job up there, say I can Verm, they're going to ask me for like a social security or a social number, right?
Yeah,
and some identification, right? So if you have people working that are minors, that means you didn't ask. That means you're just ignoring.
There's extra documentation if you're not a citizen. In both countries, in Canada and the United States, if you're not a citizen of that country and you're working in that country, you have to have certain visas and stuff like that to be able to work. Like if I was to go up and
it's called an H-1B in America.
Well, like if I was to go up and do something with Verm, and get paid for it, there's a bunch of documentation that we'd have to fill out in order to get paid for that.
Yeah.
I'd have to go up and just do it voluntarily. That's the only way it would.
Yeah.
I have a path to Canadian citizenship, but it's a hard path for me to follow. My dad's father, so my grandfather's brother was a border patrol up at the border, and when they started realigning the borders, his wife had died, and he remarried a Canadian woman and moved into Canada. And we're talking like maybe 40 years ago he moved into Canada, so he's definitely a Canadian citizen. So it's essentially my great uncle. But because of that, I have family. And I know that in Canada, family is very, very important to you. So it's way better than it is for immigration in the United States. Like example, my mother-in-law applied for her visa to come visit us and got denied. But I can't apply for my mother-in-law to come over here. In Canada, I could.
Yeah.
Like I could petition her. In the United States, it has to be my wife, and my wife can't do it until she's been here for 3 years and then gets her citizenship. And then
she gets official. Yeah.
Yeah. So like my mother-in-law coming here, living here, or even staying here, that's like 4.5 or 5 years out now.
My brother finally got his mother-in-law here, but it took a ton of paperwork.
I'm thinking about, I have some friends that did some scary stuff in the military.
You should talk to him about that.
That's Samson, right?
Yep. You should talk to him about that, and I can hook you up with him, and he can explain what he had to do to get his mother-in-law in here.
Crazy, eh?
It's a lot
Well,
of paperwork.
they wouldn't give her a visiting visa because she doesn't have a job in Jamaica, but in Jamaica they discriminate based on age for employment a lot. So it's going to be actually very hard. So
Okay.
it might actually be impossible for her to come over on a visiting visa. She'll have to come over on an immigrant visa. But I had a friend that worked in some stuff in the Air Force where he has 4 years of records missing. And it's because we weren't there and we didn't do it. They're just gone. And he had told me if my wife didn't come to let him know, and he would make some phone calls. So he might have some friends in some high level military places that are just going to come kidnap a lady and bring her illegally in the United States. Not that I support that, but maybe if he could use those same friends to get him to pull some strings to get a visa approved, I would appreciate that. Because my mother-in-law just wanted to be here for my daughter's first birthday, her granddaughter, and her birthday in the United States in October. So, like you could stay long enough, she could stay for Christmas and maybe even hit Crystal's birthday and be within that 6-month window. But it's just unfortunate. So
Yeah.
it's only one plane ticket for her. If we go over there, it's 2.
Okay.
You know, if that makes sense. I have to pay for myself and my wife. And in a couple of years, it'll be Harmony too.
Yeah, it's just, well, I mean, we have countries for a reason. I don't think you're ever going to get to a world where it's like a new world order and everything's open and you can just travel from place to place. That's never going to happen.
There's no money in it. Countries are just it's just like it's just socioeconomic status amplified with borders.
But
because you could take the poorest person in the United States and they probably live better than some of the richest people in Africa. Not all of them, of course, because Elon Musk is from Africa and he's living very well.
Well, no, but he is, but he built his empire.
But he worked
I think
he worked his ass off to get there. I mean,
yeah.
I don't fault people that are rich for being rich. I mean, the man works an insane schedule.
Yeah, he's always working.
He's always working. He's always coming up with ideas. He's got people coming up with ideas, and he's making money off those ideas. And he employs a ton of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of that, another about millionaires. It's something that came up last year. It's a quick topic.
Yeah, keep that one. Before, I want you guys to tell me, what do you think of Elon Musk going to start off a third party for the presidency?
100% agree with it, but it'll never happen.
It'll be like a Ross Perot.
They get blackballed out in our country.
It'll be Ross Perot all over again. It'll be like Gary Johnson when he tried to go to the debate and they wouldn't let him debate because he's not a Republican or a Democrat. And you got to have X number of percentage of the vote from the previous election even to get on the debate stage as a party. It'll be a long haul.
But if he has the money to do it, he was able to give a lot of money to get Trump into position.
Yeah, you're not understanding though. Like, so here's what happens: they nationally televised debates between Democrats and Republicans. If you're the third candidate, unless you achieved a percentage of the vote in the country the previous election, which they won't, they can't even go on that debate stage. So no one knows who they are.
Okay.
Now, if if there was a guy like Elon Musk that ran, well, Elon Musk can't run because he wasn't born here, but he could win on. If Michael Jordan ran as a third party, Michael Jordan could probably win. Like, if you're famous. On that same note, Rosie O'Donnell left the country, by the way.
Yeah, she did.
She's in Ireland.
Yeah, she did, and I know I've
Trump's
read an
talking about taking away her citizenship.
Well, and Conor McGregor's talking about running for the president of Ireland. And if he runs for the president of Ireland, he's already said that that's like one of the first people he's deporting.
That's good.
Which may be what you were going to say, Verm. But I mean,
yeah.
So,
yeah.
Are you guys familiar with Mark Cuban? We talk about millionaires.
Mark Cuban, yeah, he owns some sports team in Miami, right?
No, he owned the Mavericks.
Florida,
he sold them.
Mavericks, Texas.
Yeah, Dallas. So, he had, when he sold the company, he had 330 total employees that he paid. 300 of them, he gave them a briefcase with $1 million and already paid the tax. He made 91% of his employees millionaires.
Wow.
Free and clean millionaires. He's like, I've already paid your taxes. Here's $1 million.
That's insane.
But he bought the company for, I don't know.
He still made money on the deal.
He made a lot of money because he bought them for like 250 million or some small number, and he sold them for $5.7 billion.
Yeah.
Like, obviously not adjusted for inflation, because I don't know what 250 million or whatever it was back in the day.
But if you take that $1 million and you put it away into stocks and mutual funds and, funds that are going to pay you an income, that's such a huge jump on retirement. It's huge. It's massive.
Oh, it's funny. He bought him. Speaking of it, he bought him for $285 million from Ross Perot Jr.
Wow.
Ross Perot was the third candidate in many elections in the 90s.
Okay.
So that's kind of circled back around there.
Yes.
It's crazy, eh?
And he still owns 27.7% of the Mavericks. But he won a title.
That's just an obscene 5-point-something billion.
Yeah.
That's just an obscene.
I mean, didn't the Lakers just sell though? The Lakers sold, didn't they?
Because what was that thing where, a million seconds was so many, like a month, and then, so many.
$1 billion was 31 years. Yeah.
No, 300 and something years or something like that.
No, it's 31
100 years.
It's 31 or 33 or something. It's a lot different.
Just trying to imagine that amount of money.
And then
that's a lot of money.
The Buss family in June sold the Lakers to someone preliminary, $10 billion.
Wow.
Like, how do you even? That's just hugely obscene.
Yeah, phenomenal.
And good for them. Good for them.
I don't know. If someone gave me $10 billion right now, I would probably buy every sports team in Minnesota, because you could just live off the money every year.
Okay.
Because you get guaranteed checks from the NBA, the MLB, the NFL, the NHL, whatever. Every year you get a guaranteed check.
Okay.
And
from all the royalties for TV and
NFL
Network, and
like the NFL, the owners get like 49% of the money. The 51, or maybe let's just call it 50-50. 50% goes to the players. The other 50% goes to the owners. So 32 guys split half of $4.5 billion or whatever it is. And then 52 times 32 split the other half of the $4.5 billion. It's
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
A lot.
It's a lot of money. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Well, I'd pay off all my debt.
There'd be a lot of charities getting some money, I think.
I'd probably build a house in Jamaica and a few other countries.
Yeah.
Start a company.
In housing. Yeah. And help out the communities, especially in Africa or stuff like that. I think it's more Haiti. Does Africa have difficulties in certain parts? Yeah, I think so.
Well, I'm assuming so, but I don't know very much about Africa because my wife is from the Caribbean. Haiti has problems because the housing is not really built to withstand the hurricanes that they're getting. And they can't really afford to make it any better either, because They were kind of weren't they taken over in the 90s? Dictator Akai.
Yeah, there's a lot of those countries that have been taken over, and it's
The leader
it's
milks them for all their money, and then
the leader's making billions, and
Venezuela, I think, is another example.
yep.
But I hear gas is cheap there, like 35 cents a gallon.
Is it?
Yeah, but if you're making $10 a month,
I mean, but I could go there on a VA check if I could stay alive, and 35 cents a gallon, I could drive everywhere I wanted.
yeah.
Not that I'd be allowed in that country.
I know a lot of guys right now that are going to Belize and there's a couple other countries down there, Belize and a couple others. They're retiring out there because their dollar goes farther.
I thought I heard a bloop. I did hear
There's
a bloop.
a bloop. There's a bloop right there. There's a blast from the blast right there.
Yeah.
He wanted to come in after the show was over.
Well, I mean, he could come in, but we are shutting down. So, I mean, it's already that time, guys. You came in, I mean, just at the last minute, but you can stay tuned with us afterwards.
Right.
Yeah. So, hey, ladies and gents, I'm going to let Akai do his thing because it's already past the hour. So,
yeah, please like and subscribe. Go out to Vermland Radio, buy some swag from our new shop, which is it up now? The new shop?
Yeah, it's up. Well, it's up.
The
I'm
new
going to have
shop
to
is up.
figure out how to get the link to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, but go out there and please like and subscribe, and thank you for your time, and we'll see you next Wednesday. And hopefully I have good signal then too. So.
He's going to be camping too.
I'll still be camping.
Okay, well, ladies and gents, thank you very much. See you all next week. And thank you for everybody that was connected and listened to us. Don't forget to go listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and all the other platforms. Go look at our website, www.vermlandradio.com, and you will be able to find all this information. Thank you very much, everybody. See you all next week.